Hey everyone, Jonathan and Molly here, and welcome back to Savoring the Magic, where we believe there is magic in the details.
That's right. So today we are here at the Yacht Club Resort because we're going to be exploring a couple of the Epcot area resorts. We're going to talk about some of the theming, some of the background behind their development, and then just generally enjoy the ambiance of these. So come along with us on this excursion. So before we start walking around and exploring these resorts, I'm going to give a little bit of context as to when they were built and what was going on in the company at that time. So Frank Wells and Michael Eisner were brought on board to head the Disney company in 1984. The company had been threatened by several takeovers in the years since Walt and Roy's deaths. And so the company was in a bit of a mess by the time that Eisner and Wells came in. Now, there is a lot to talk about regarding these two, but we're really going to hone in on just a couple of key points regarding them and their approach to the resorts.
So the contemporary Polynesian and the Four Wilderness campground areas were the only quote-unquote Disney-owned areas when the resort opened in 1971, and there wasn't a lot of development really for the next decade. It wasn't until Eisner came on board that he saw the possibility of bringing architecture in to tell a story in regards to restaurants, hotels, and theming in general. He also saw the financial benefit of owning these properties outright instead of making agreements with other hotel chains. We won't get into a lot of it for this video, but for example, the Grand Floridian and the Swan and Dolphin are not actually owned by Disney. There's a whole lot of story in that, which we'll get into at a different date. So to Eisner's credit, the push was made for Disney to create themed resorts that would be owned and managed by the Walt Disney Company.
Now, Yacht and Beach Club were not the first themed resorts to be built under Eisner, but they were pretty early on. Yacht Club opened on November 5th, 1990, and Beach Club followed about 2 weeks later. These resorts are technically joined, and they also share a 3-acre pool area called Stormalong Bay. It's considered by a lot of guests to be the best pool on property between the sand floor and the life-size shipwreck replica that serves as the entrance to the 230-foot water slide. And yes, it is behind us, and admittedly, it is pretty cool.
So it should be noted that these are actually the resorts that Eisner preferred to stay in when he was on property, unlike typically where executives stayed, which was Grand Floridian. So kind of an interesting detail. So while these resorts are technically connected and share a pool, they are very different thematically. There's some nostalgic roots that tie it to Main Street USA with its New England-esque inspiration, but each of them really stand on their own.
So let's start with Yacht Club since we're here. Nautical fraternities and their clubhouses are really the inspiration for the theming here. It's reminiscent of the yachting societies one might have found at the end of the 1800s in places like Newport or Nantucket Island. It's meant to epitomize the more elegant seaside lifestyle of that period. This is even seen in its exterior design and its use of the shingle architectural style that was popular among coastal resorts between 1880 and 1900. The oyster gray clapboard, the shingle roof, the pennants, the red and white striped awnings all help highlight this nautical theming. Of course, this theming continues inside with the high sheen oak floors. There is a lot of brass trimming and antique chandeliers, and it's all embellished with nautical themes like anchors, knots, and compass roses. Also, as you look around the main area, you'll see drawings of yachts and schooners and even see fine porcelain on display. It's also really just seen in the color choices. You know, we have a lot of these dark woods, we have shades of navy and gray and white. The Yacht Club is just nautical through and through. Of course, we already talked about the pennants and the shingles and stuff, but it is neat to see like the lighthouse worked into the actual design of the resort as well. And then of course there's the one that's out here on the pier / dock, which is where the boat service runs to. So we're gonna walk out there real quick so you guys can see it. Should be noted, by the way, that Yacht Club is huge. It does have a conference center part attached to it. So this resort is a lot bigger than you think it is. Which, like we said, the lighthouse area is the dock, so you have friendship boats to Epcot, and Boardwalk on the left side, and then Hollywood Studios and Swan and Dolphin on the right. So in case you've forgotten that you can take a boat to Hollywood Studios, which most of us do forget. I'm a child, and this actually turns, and I'm very excited about it. I thought it was just a prop. I didn't know it actually did things. So this is not unusual to Yacht and Beach. You know, I mean, like all the resorts can have their different recreation activities, but it should be noted that some of the activities here are a little more themed, like the create your own nautical necklace, the paint your own seashell, and of course the painting in the vineyard. All very cool. And then they do have the campfire here. Quite a few of them do the campfire. But yeah, always be sure to check it out. Sometimes they have some really cool stuff going on. There's always the movies under the stars, which is just fun. So truthfully, we were going to talk about all this anyway, but hey, look, it's in one convenient area. Cape May Cafe, that is on the beach club side of things, as is the Beaches and Cream Soda Shop, of course, their marketplace, and then the Martha's Vineyard Lounge. Everything else is on the yacht side of things. So Ale and Compass, of course, Hurricane Hannah's is outside. That's by the pool area. And then Cruise Cup Lounge. All of this. Except we're about to walk into the market at Ale and Compass, and then we'll point out the rest of these as we walk to Beach Club, because they are connected. So. Oh my goodness, look at all the Yacht Club merch.
Super cute.
We've actually never walked in here before, so didn't even know this existed. Mickey's Sailing Club. But yeah, that is adorable.
Yeah, that's a great lounge font.
And I like this sweater. $59. I feel like that's quite unique.
It is.
The ears are cute too. Not Yacht Club related, but Walt related.
Walt sighting.
I like how the minute we walk into one of these, we immediately become munchy and we're like, what snacks do they have? And the answer is a fair amount, and we're sorry. So we're actually going to walk through to Beach Club to show you how to navigate that inside, not even have to leave the building, which is great on a hot day. And also notice how the theming changes as we go. So we're still in the Yacht Club portion right now, which you can definitely tell based on the coloring. Also, I mean, handy little, rug there.
And some wayfinding. And some wayfinding. That is Ale and Compass.
Yes.
Right there as you come in. So that is the main lobby on the other side of these windows.
Yep.
And we're coming down this very lovely
That's right,
hallway.
and the pool is out here to our right. Also love the herringbone pattern. And there's Storm Bay.
Also, I feel like a hallmark of Disney resort restaurants this era is the open areas into the restaurants.
So true.
It always makes me think of boat rights at Port Orleans.
Yes, it's always that moment where I'm like, this hotel was built in 1990,
Yeah.
and nothing shows it more actually than the fact that that is a feature of all of these as we're walking.
Yeah.
So here's the Cruise Cup Lounge, which is just really the lounge to the Yachtsman Steakhouse.
Kind of hard to see the menu, but those prime rib sliders, I know those are.
That and the signature bread are supposed to be like the two to get things here, pretty much. And I think I made a mistake. I think I might have said this is all inside. It's not all inside, but it is all covered. That's what I meant to say. But words are hard sometimes, and here we are. And you can see where we're headed, and the coloring and theming changes as we go.
See, we walk around so much. It's not how this works.
All right, here's the official shift from yacht to beach.
The coloring changes.
Yep. And literally the next thing you hit is the arcade, and then the Beaches and Cream soda shop, which is extremely popular. And a very stark theming change here. You can tell from the minute you enter in. And then even the artwork going into the Martha's Vineyard Lounge. So Beach Club still has a New England inspired design, of course, but notice the color changes even as we walk through here. Very clean colors from Yacht Club and its nautical style. It becomes a lot more light and airy. Not quite the same sophisticated atmosphere, but it evokes a quaint and charming summer beach cottage. Obviously the colors are a lot softer. Beach Club is actually modeled on the mini stick style cottages and resorts that can be found in towns like Cape May, New Jersey. And yes, it should be appreciated that one of the restaurants in Beach Club is indeed named Cape May Cafe. Not surprising that with Beach Club, you see a lot more of working in with shells and like coral, seahorses, just much more oceanic stuff instead of just like the nautical boating yacht side of things. So it should be said, I don't know why this is, but I feel like Yacht and Beach always have some kind of nice snack and dessert options, especially whenever it comes to seasonal stuff. So keep that in mind whenever Easter, Christmas, Halloween, all that. It is none of those holidays at the moment, but we decided to walk through just to see, and then they had a chocolate caramel cheesecake, and it looked very good.
Excuse me.
So yeah, we kind of decided we needed a snack. And why wouldn't we, whenever this is what we passed? So let's try this. That has a lot of caramel on it, which is a really great thing for me. But if you're not a big fan of caramel, I would steer clear because this is just like dripping off of it. It's so good though.
Wow, yes, that is a lot of caramel. That's like a Werther's Original, just like melted all over that thing.
And by a Werther's Original, we mean about 15 of them.
This is like the shop, just melted a whole shop's worth. Whew. I mean, it's good, but that is a lot of caramel.
So that wraps us up here at the Yacht and Beach Club Resorts. Have you guys ever stayed here? Have you ever eaten at any of the restaurants here and noticed some of the theming changes among the two resorts? Comment and let us know.
That's right. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Really helps us out. We have videos coming out every week. But until next time,
Keep savoring the magic.